What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media and welcome back for some more live Pokemon Showdown. Today we are going to be starting a UU session, and I know I've been doing a lot of lower tiered stuff on the channel recently. In fact, I don't think I've even played UU at all since the tier shift in May because I was away doing family things and, you know, I just hadn't recorded a lot, and then I recorded some LC, and then I've just been doing a lot of RU and NU and PU and stuff, especially with the Wi-Fi matches. But anyway, we're doing some UU today. The centerpiece of the team is going to be Punchbug, the Heracross. It is Choice Banded, Max Attack, and an Adamant Nature. So this thing hits like an absolute truck. Not many things in the tier really would like to switch in on this, especially if there are hazards up on the field. So yeah, and I have knockoff too, because one of the things that would like to switch in would be Gligar, so it doesn't like switching in on knockoff, so there's that. And then Stone Edge is just there for flying types, basically. We also have a Guts ability over Moxie, just because I kind of needed a status absorber on the team. I didn't have any type of cleric, no aromatherapy, no heal bell, so if we can switch in on like a Will-O-Wisp from something, or yeah, Toxic, because there are things like Blissey in the tier, so that would be nice. So that's what the Guts is for, and then everything just dies at that point. Once it gets a Guts boost, nothing is switching in on it, even, you know, things that would resist its stab moves. Anyway, then we have Porygon-Z. Zed is here. He is running a Life Orb adaptability, and it's a double dance set with Tri-Attack and Dark Pulse, which is perfect neutral coverage. Tri-Attack, of course, hits ridiculously hard, even without a Nasty Plot boost, because I am running modest max special attack. And I'm running a little bit of HP as well. I'm running just enough speed to outpace Choice Scarf, Infernape after an agility. So most of the time, if they're Choice Scarf, they're not running any type of priority move, so you don't have to worry about Mach Punch or Vacuum Wave. So that just allows Porygon-Z to outspeed and finish it off if we do have that agility boost up. So that is basically it for Zed. It's a powerful wall breaker when it needs to be, and it can be a cleaner if you need it to be too. It's very versatile. Then we have Solomon, the Mega Swampert. This is a Pokemon that I don't believe I've used at all in 6th Gen. Have I? Maybe I have once. I don't know. I don't remember ever using it. If I did, it was very briefly. But people have been suggesting that I use Mega Swampert, and I would like to have some extra bulk on the team because Porygon-Z and Heracross aren't super bulky, so it's just a stealth rocking set. I've got enough speed on here to be able to outrun Florges after Mega Evolving, getting a slight speed boost, max attack with an Adamant Nature, and the rest in HP for bulk, so it can take hits. So that's pretty much that. It's also our Stealth Rocker. Then we have Mandy the Mandibuzz. This is the set that I run pretty much every time that I use Mandibuzz. Sometimes I switch out Foul Play for knockoff, or, you know, Mandibuzz has a couple of different moves it can run, like Toxic, but I like Taunt. I really, really like Taunt because Mandibuzz is quite fast for a defensive Pokemon. This one is physically defensive. Actually, do I want it to be physically defensive? Yeah, I guess we can make it physically defensive. It doesn't really matter. And then we have physically defensive Frank. I guess I should make Mandy specially defensive just to balance it out. And I might do that in between parts. We'll have to see. Yeah, I might need something to take special hits a little bit better. But anyway, we have Frank here. It's standard physically defensive, Impish Nature, 248 in HP, of course, to give us that odd number so we can switch out on Stealth Rock and things like that. The extra ADVs are going into attack to increase the power of Flare Blitz and Extreme Speed, which is some much needed priority for the team. And then last but not least, we have Parker the Galvantula, which is packing a Life Orb, Compound Eyes, obviously, to increase the accuracy of Thunder. We have Bug Buzz and Giga Drain. I guess I could throw Energy Ball on there for some more power, but, you know, Giga Drain is nice to get some HP back. I'm not running Focus Sash. I actually had, what did I have on there? I think I had Volt Switch in the last slot over Sticky Web. And then I was testing this out a bit, and I also had, like, HP Ice on there, too, for Gligar, which actually worked surprisingly well. But Sticky Web actually helps the team a lot more than I thought it would. I was planning on using some type of choice Galvantula, actually, and I decided that Sticky Web could be really helpful for Heracross, because if we get Sticky Web up, Heracross just kills everything, basically, especially if Gligar is gone, or the opponent doesn't have a Gligar to begin with. Yeah, Heracross is just that good. So here we go. We have what appears to be a rain team. I see the Tornadus, the Kabutops. You don't ever see Kabutops in UU unless it's going to be on a rain team. Well, that's not true, but most of the time it's on a rain team. Otherwise, Kabutops is stuck all the way down in NU now, I think, which is actually really cool. I think it belongs down there. It was in RU for the longest time just because it was a decent check for Moltres, but that's about it. So he's going to lead off with the Tornadus. I'm guessing this is going to be like Prankster Damp Rock shenanigans. He's going to taunt me. That's fine, because I can just foul play him, and that does over half. So he's not special attacking, or he just still has 31 IVs. He's going to Rain Dance, and I'm going to take him out. So Tornadus is gone, which is nice, I guess. But now he's just going to be able to go into something. He's going to go into Poliwrath. All right. Fair enough. What are you going to do? I'm somewhat scared that this is Belly Drum Poliwrath. I don't know why. Belly Drum plus Rain Dance, possibly, with Swift Swim. I mean, that's really, really scary. That is very, very scary indeed. He can't kill me with anything, though. Yeah, there's no way he's going to be able to kill me. I'm physically defensive, even with a Waterfall. He'd have to get flinches. I mean, do I have a switch into this anyway? No, I do not. I don't want anything else to take damage, so I might as well just stay in and foul play. He is Belly Drum! What? That is actually very, very scary, and foul play still doesn't take him out because he resists the hit. He lives with 5% thanks to his Citrus Berry. He's going to be able to take me out now with whatever move he wants to go for, probably Waterfall, I'm guessing. Actually, he might need to go for Waterfall. No, he's +6. What am I talking about? He's +6. Now I have an opportunity to fodder something if I want to, and looking at his team, it's looking like Galvantula is actually the least useful member on the team, because Tornadus is gone and Poliwrath is about to be dead. So I'm going to sacrifice Galvantula and keep Mandibuzz at full health, because I might be able to live a hit from that Kabutops, honestly. Yeah, especially because I'm physically defensive. So I'm going to go into Arcanine here, which is the obvious play, but it is the only thing that I have on my team that has priority. So he's most likely not going to want to switch here, even though the Extreme Speed is so obvious. I mean, he could switch in his Doublade if he wanted to, but, you know, Poliwrath is just going to die, basically. Especially if I get Rocks up, he would just be dead upon re-entry. I mean, I guess he could have made that play, but... yeah, I mean, I pretty much had to go for Extreme Speed there, so I guess he could have made that play if he wanted to. But he decides to just sacrifice his Poliwrath and get a safe switch into his Beedrill. And... I don't know why he went into Beedrill and not Kabutops here. I was really expecting Kabutops and that I would have to sacrifice something else. But he goes into Beedrill. Why? He's going to protect and waste a turn of rain. I don't understand what he's doing. Why are you playing it like this? I mean, you're just giving me the advantage at this point because you can't kill me with anything. Poison Jab is not going to kill me. Neither is Drill Run if you have that. So I'm just going to burn you. And you're still wasting turns of rain. And from the looks of it, it doesn't look like you can set it up again unless that Bronzong has Rain Dance. But he goes for Drill Run. Unfortunately for me, he does get a critical hit. So actually, because he's burned, I think we can still take another one. It sucks that we won't be able to survive 2 more turns, which we probably would have been able to if he did not get that crit right there. But there's not really much we can do about that. But I should be able to take him out with a combination of Extreme Speed, 2 Extreme Speeds and Burn damage, I would think. So I'm just going to go for that, as it does 54%. Drill Run only does 25 to me. So, yeah, and his Rain is going to be gone, too. Why did you do that? I mean, if you just go into Bronzong here, I'm going to just Flare Blitz you. I mean, I guess you'll be able to get up the Rain because Flare Blitz won't kill since I'm defensive. But he's actually going to go straight into the Kabutops here. Do I need this Arcanine for anything? It could be useful for Doublade, potentially. But I think I would like to just get damage off on this, because it could be Focus Sash. And that could be a problem. I don't really want to take a butt ton of damage on something else if I don't have to. Because he's just going to go for Aqua Jet here. So I'm just going to Extreme Speed to cut ahead of him. I do get a critical hit, which is really meaningless, but it does allow me to get off 16% to this thing. So if he was Focus Sash, that is gone now. And I should be able to go into whatever I want. Basically, Porygon-Z does not outspeed this. because of my investment. I am going to go into my Swampert here. I think Waterfall is a 3-8 KO, so he's going to have to flinch me a couple of times. And I really want to click Waterfall, predicting him to try to switch out into his Bronzong. He actually goes into Doublade. I don't understand why. I mean, now he can Shadow Sneak me. Yeah, I feel like he really, like, I don't want to say choked, but I feel like he kind of choked the match away. Not saying that he definitely would have won before, but I feel like it would have been a lot closer. He could have put a lot more pressure on my team if he did go out into that Kabutops instead of Beedrill, wasting the rain turns and essentially sacrificing Beedrill for no reason. Yeah, it would have come down to the end then, or he possibly could have, you know, nearly swept me, or I don't know. I don't know. We will never know. So I'm going to go into Mandy here as he does get up the Rain Dance again. Not really much I could do. I mean, I guess I could have stayed out with my Swampert, but I am going to, let's see. Do I want to, I'm going to Foul Play you. As that does 44%, that's decent damage. Oh, and he's just going to explode. Okay then. Alrighty then. So I'm guessing that's like supposed to be a lead Bronzong, but he didn't lead with it. I don't know. But now he's going to go into his Kabutops, and he's going to Swords Dance, and that's going to be it, because I don't know if he predicted me to want to switch there or what. I had no reason to. But yeah, we just finished him off with a Foul Play. So, oh, it turns out that they didn't reset the ladder. I thought they did. Wait a minute. Did I not just battle you? This is the exact same person. Okay then, so we're having a rematch. I guess we'll get to see if he plays the team a little bit better this time. So I'm going to actually lead off with Galvantula this time. One advantage that this team does have is that everybody thinks I'm going to lead off with Galvantula and just do Sticky Web Focus Sash shenanigans, and I very rarely do that, because Galvantula is actually surprisingly very good towards the late game. So that is that. So I'm going to just go in here and we can Thunder this thing. If he wants to taunt me to prevent Sticky Web, that's great actually, because Thunder is an OHKO. So I'm pretty sure he's Damp Rock too, from what we saw last battle. But just kidding, we're going to miss the Thunder, and now he's going to be able to get up his Rain. That is really unfortunate. That is actually super unfortunate. That could change the game ultimately, because now he's going to get Rain up and then just go right into Kabutops or Poliwrath, and there's nothing I can do about it. So now Tornadus is dead. That stinks. That really stinks. Okay, yeah, now he's gonna go into his Kabutops, and I have to sacrifice something now. That is really unfortunate. I feel like I said that too many times. Who's gonna be not useful in this battle? Do I have any switch-ins to this? No, I do not. I would like to keep Mandibuzz around. I mean, Frank maybe could be a switch-in, but Frank is extra useful for stopping that Beedrill in its tracks. I mean, I guess maybe Heracross, possibly just because he has a Doublade. But Knockoff hurts the entire team. He gets rid of the Citrus Berry on Poliwrath. So I'm just going to let him take out my Galvantula there. I felt like I really didn't have a choice. Now, I can live a Waterfall. With this, it's going to just come down to whether or not he flinches me, and if he does flinch me, that might be the game, because Foul Play is not an OHKO on Kabutops for Mandibuzz. So, yeah. This is not a good situation for me to be in. Now, I'm pretty sure my Waterfall will OHKO him. I need to just decide here. If he switches in... Well, no. He doesn't have Water Absorb on that Poliwrath. What am I talking about? So I can just go for Waterfall. It doesn't matter. Just so he doesn't get a safe switch into his Bronzong. But we get a critical hit. I don't think that mattered at all. And thankfully he did not get the flinch there, or that may have just been game over at that point. So yeah, that would really stink, because that would just be because of hacks, because I missed the Thunder and then got flinched. So at least that went my way. So he's going to go into Poliwrath here, which is his other Swift Swim user. If we can get rid of this, then he really doesn't have any more use for Rain, other than lessening fire damage. And Waterfall actually doesn't kill. And we get the Earthquake off, activating his Citrus Berry and bringing him down to 65 when all is said and done. He's just going to finish me off with a wake up slap. I just clicked Stealth Rock just in case he wanted to like switch or something. Or Belly Drum. Because if he belly drummed, he didn't have his Citrus Berry anymore, so he wasn't going to get more HP back. Then I could just finish him off with an Extreme Speed. So, yeah, and getting up the rocks would have been nice for Beedrill, of course. But we go in with Mandy here, and now the objective is just to stall out the rain. So I clicked Roost, predicting him to want to Waterfall me, but he actually goes for Hypnosis. Why? Belly Drum Hypnosis? Why? Why are you running that? And how did you get up this far on the ladder? That's what I was saying in between battles that I just cut myself off. I was thinking that they reset the UU ladder for some reason just because of the tier shifts, but they don't always do that. I don't know why I thought that. I was, I guess, worried about losing all my points. But I'm sitting at, I guess, mid ladder because I think the top of the UU ladder is like 1700. And I am right at like 1400, something along those lines. So this person is not at the very, very bottom of the ladder with this kind of team. I guess that just goes to show how powerful weather still is. You can climb up the ladder pretty easily with weather. So he's going to go back into his Poliwrath here, and he's just going to Hypnosis me. So I could taunt him, I guess. But he still outspeeds me because he's running max speed, and I'll just, you know, foul play him, and that does nothing. Wow. I kind of expected that to do a little bit more damage, but he's just going to forfeit. Okay, because his Hypnosis missed. Yeah, my Hypnosis missed. Better forfeit. Please get somebody different this time. Please get somebody different this time. I don't care who it is. Okay, maybe I do, but just not that guy. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, Showdown. It's not that late. It's only about, what is it, 11:30 p.m.? That's not incredibly late to be finding people on the ladder, especially on the UU ladder. It's usually not barren. If I were to go on the PU ladder right now, it'd probably be nobody. But we're going up against Bobman, if that's how you even say that. See the crest, so I'm immediately annoyed because I cannot stand crest. It's like probably top 3 as far as most hated Pokemon on my list. And just seeing it is enough to make me a bit salty. So I apologize about that. It's completely irrational. I just hate it. I really, really do. So I see the Mega Blastoise. I see the dual dragons going on and the Empoleon. The Empoleon's probably going to be a Stealth Rocker, and it could have Defog, although the Blastoise could also have Rapid Spin, so we'll have to see how that goes. And I gave him a good luck, have fun, and he said, I don't know what he said. BLDHF? Is that a typo? And then some other person that joined just said U2. Why are there so many people joining? I already don't like that. Anyway, I'm leading off with Swampert here. I thought maybe he would want to lead off with his Empoleon. We have more people joining. Is this like some popular person or something? As he goes for the Draco Meteor, and I took that very, very well for being physically defensive. Now I could Roost here, predicting him to want to switch, but I kind of want to foul play in case he goes out into like Mienshao or Salamence or something. He's probably going to go out into Mienshao, honestly. And he does go out into the Mienshao, and that takes about 42% from the foul play. I don't know if he can kill me from there unless he is banded. I don't think the Choice Scarf variant can do 60% with a high jump kick to physically defensive Mandibuzz. Watch this. What is going on in the chat right now? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? This. Once you get up to a certain point in the ladder, you have people like this hitting up this SD. What does he even say? I'm just going to ignore spectators. Thankfully, he missed, and I was able to get my Roost off. So that's really unfortunate. That is really unfortunate, especially because this has to be Reckless, not Regenerator. So he's not going to switch. He's most likely just going to go for a high jump kick again. I'm guessing. Or is he really going to want to save this? I doubt it. No, he's just going to go for high jump kick again. Okay, he would have killed me. That did a lot. That had to be banded. Because banded Mienshao is power. It is absolute power. Yeah, so I guess that is really unfortunate that he missed the high jump kick. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's a 10% chance. But you're running Cresselia, so I don't feel bad for you at all. What am I talking about? Oh, now more shenanigans are going on in the chat. Why do people do this? Just play the game. Don't... I guess that's what happens when you have kids involved in it. Although I've seen kids that act, you know, much more appropriately than a lot of the adults. So what am I talking about? I don't really know. I'm just ignoring spectators. And now we can just finish playing the game here. So, sorry about that. We have Panzer. Does that say Panzer? Yeah, it does. The Blastoise is just going to hit me up with an Ice Beam, and that does it for Mandibuzz. I thought he might try to make a prediction there, but he decides not to. So that's fine, I suppose. Now, I can go into my Swampert if I want to. He probably has Scald. I could go out into Punch Bug too, but he does have a safe switch in to Cresselia. Well, it's not a safe switch, but if I lock myself into close combat, maybe I should have gone into that. I'm going to click Bug Buzz though. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to catch the Hydreigon switching in, and that is exactly what he does. So I'm actually very happy that I switched in Parker instead, because I guess he thought he was going to make the safe play, predict the Thunder, but yeah, that did not work out too well for him. So Hydreigon is gone, and that is fantastic because that is a bit of a problem for my team, especially with Mandibuzz gone. So now I can click Thunder, I suppose, or I can switch. He's probably just going to Dragon Dance. I'm going to switch in Frank here, get the Intimidate off. So he does, in fact, Dragon Dance. He can't kill me, even if he does have Earthquake, which he most likely does. I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp him here. And he shows off the Life Orb, so he's not Lumberry. And so we get the burn. Now, we do need to be careful with this because he does have a Cresselia, which is likely carrying the Lunar Dance. So if he does not allow this Salamence to be taken out here, we really need to be careful about that, or at least be prepared to handle it. So he's just going to finish me off with an Earthquake there. Not much I can do about that, but I did get that extra damage off with the Extreme Speed. And now, the question is, what do I want to go into? I can go into my Galvantula. Actually, Galvantula poops on his team. I didn't even notice that. Like, outside of Mienshao, his entire team gets destroyed by Galvantula. Because Life Orb Thunder does a lot to offensive Salamence, too. Like, even if he does Lunar Dance, if I have Stealth Rock up, I think that Thunder might just kill him, to be completely honest. And Thunder should one-shot Empoleon, it should one-shot the Blastoise, and Bug Buzz should two-hit KO the Cresselia. So Parker is looking to be the most valuable member of the team at the moment. So I'm going to actually go into my Swampert here, because I'm expecting him to not want to leave this thing out. And so I'm just going to go for Waterfall. He actually does switch in the Blastoise. I was kind of expecting him to want to go into Cresselia there, but I guess that's the safe play, so fair enough. Fair enough. I guess I should have just gone into Galvantula since I was talking about it. This guy must be somebody. Like, just popular on the ladder, or he's a YouTuber or something, because so many people have been joining. Can't say I really am enjoying his attitude, though. Like, all this stuff in the chat, it's just like, you don't have to act a certain way just because you have a little entourage with you. It's just a pet peeve of mine, I guess. But anyway, he's going to go for Skull, he's going to crit me, he's going to burn me, and Earthquake is not going to do much, and Swampert is going to go down. But to be fair, Swampert was not going to be doing too much to my opponent's team anyway, other than maybe taking on the Empoleon. But as long as I have both, not both, but either Heracross or Galvantula, I'm in great shape. The other thing, too, is I didn't want to go right into Galvantula because I don't know if Thunder one-shots Blastoise, to be honest, because it's so fat. So it probably does. But getting some prior damage on it, you know, especially with Swampert that I didn't really need, there's really no drawbacks to that. So I'm going to click Giga Drain here to finish off the Blastoise, and now he's going to go into his Cresselia to get off a Lunar Dance, because that's his last hope at this point. That is his last hope, because unfortunately Salamence will survive with 5% when it comes back in. But yeah, Bug Buzz does 58%, and there's the Lunar Dance. He's going to revive his Salamence, and this entire match is going to come down to whether or not Thunder from Parker here can do 76% to a Salamence. And if I can hit it, because I tend to miss in the clutch, but I do connect, and Parker takes out the Salamence. That is the game. That is the game right there. I don't think Scald is an Oko, even if I do miss this Thunder. and I don't think there's any way that Empoleon is surviving. Nope. Get out of here, Empoleon. Parker, definitely the MVP of that battle, taking out the Hydreigon and the Blastoise, the Salamence, the Empoleon. It's taking out everybody. Now, unfortunately, that high jump kick miss did matter, but yeah, so that was fun. I guess I'm happy that I beat somebody like that, but we're going to call it quits for this part. We'll have 2 more parts coming up, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or comment, or whatever you would like to do, and I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.